All right, guys. In case anybody jumps in early, you already know the deal. We're giving it a few minutes for people to pop in. Then I'm gonna start things off with first reaction of the day. Give everybody a moment. Charge this for later. Gonna be out and about. Need my headphones to be ready. All right, like I said, we're just starting. We're just getting ready. So all right, the top of the hour at 12. Well, actually, we're about a minute away. So, yeah, in 1 minute, we're about to get started with our first reaction. All right, let's get this going. It's 12 o'clock. All right, guys, welcome to our regular Tuesday stream. You guys already see from the title, we're hanging out, we're chatting, live reactions, reaction requests. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this and kick this off. Oh, man. All of a sudden, need some water real quick. Ah. All right. So we'll get to our first one for today. So let's get into it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the spot. We kick back and react to all kind of different things. All right, so what we got going on today? We're about to check out some Casual Geographic. He's dropped a new one, like what, a few days ago. All right, so this one is called "The Potentially Terrifying Intelligence of the Orangutan." All right. Well, I'm ready for it. Let's get into this. Let's go.
Free hippies don't always choose peace, but in 2014, one shocked scientist when she not only orchestrated the life canceling of another, she essentially hired a hitman to do it. The hairy
Wait,
honey
wait.
trap was executed by a young female named Condor, and the victim.
Hold up. Orangutans are pulling assassinations now? What's going on in the animal kingdom? Hold up. That was an opener right there.
Was a mother 20 years older named Sidoni. Living in the swamp forests of Indonesia's Mawas Reserve, the two had beef going back all the way to 2009, with Condor curiously approaching Sidoni's at the time 7-year-old daughter, and Sidoni defensively smacking and biting Condor before chasing her off. The perceived insolence stuck with Condor, and the disrespect was tattooed into her psyche. She was not letting that slide. Years later, Condor would catch the eye of a male named Echo, and the two would eventually run into Sidoni. They both approached, and Echo seemed to inspect Sidoni, who was now jockeyed by her 4-year-old son. Echo seemed curious in the mother, before losing interest and proceeding to mate with Condor, right in front of Sidoni. Call it passion or power play, but either way, when Sidoni tried exiting the situation, Condor escalated, ending the lovemaking and savagely beating Sidoni. But what blew researchers away was—
Wait, why we got soap operas going on? In the animal kingdom, what's going on with this? This is a full-fledged soap opera right here.
Echo going from bystander to participant. For 33 minutes, the two took turns beating on Sidoni, sometimes together, sometimes just Condor, with Echo blocking off any escape routes. It was an honest to Abe jumping, and his much larger canines meant Echo inflicted the bulk of the damage. The pair didn't stop until a fourth orang, a male named Guapo, chased Echo off and ran defense for Sidoni, before mating with her. The Orange Knight would be too late, as a little over 2 weeks later, Sidoni became past tense due to her injuries, and scientists were left wondering what they had just witnessed. In over 26,000 hours of observation, only 6 female-on-female attacks were recorded, and none caused serious injuries. Yet here was a spiteful orang leveraging her carnal currency, specifically to erase one of her rivals, and Echo acting as a hired gun. Premeditated and personal, it was a shockingly dark look into the intelligence of the Forest Man, one that begs the question, just how smart are they, and just what could they be capable of?
That was a perfect shot right there, the way he was side-eyeing her. Like he's plotting. Oh man, that is crazy though. It's always these one-off stories that's like, I can't believe that actually happened, you know? Like, what?
To say orangutans are intelligent is honestly disrespectful, cause this tree-happy ginger ape is damn near human. That is an animal that can 100% speak. They just really don't want to deal with taxes, and that's only partially a joke. Their name, orang-utang, literally translates to man of the forest, cause locals swore they were plus-size people that chose not to speak because they know then they'd have to get jobs. In 2014, a court in Argentina actually granted human rights to Sandra the orangutan after 20 years of captivity. There's a cute saying that goes, if you give a chimp a screwdriver, it'll use it as a weapon. A gorilla would accidentally break it. A bonobo would become the screwdriver, but an orangutan, he'd hide it, use it to dismantle his cage, and then let all his friends out. There's a bunch of reasons for this brainy Bigfoot, and one of them is them being the biggest mama's boys on Earth. No other mammal spends more time with its mother, except humans. In the up to and often over 10 years of being her shadow, baby orangs learned everything about how to orangutan. Not only that, but daughters often live around their moms even after having their own baby. This means orangutans are one of the few animals that have a legitimate culture, and what we see is a sum of generational wisdom passed down. In 2022, a notorious Sumatran male named Raucus was seen using a medicinal plant to help heal a face wound he'd gotten in a fight. The 30-something-year-old applied the chewed-up paste of the akar kuning, an anti-inflammatory—
No way. No way. We got orangutans out here practicing medicine. We got orangutan witch doctors and stuff. Like, what's going on here? They're advancing. They're catching up to us.
antibacterial flowering plant traditionally used to treat malaria and diabetes. Raucus applied the paste for 7 minutes until it covered his wound, and 5 days later, it was completely healed. It's not the first time we've seen animals self-medicate.
And he knew what medicine to use. It worked. The orangutan medicine man? What's going on here? I don't know. This is wild. Like, that right there is wild.
Parrots will eat clay to detox from all the leaves, and elephants will apparently eat certain plants to induce labor. But what made Rock—
No. That's not the same to me. It's like understanding that if I eat this, it makes me feel better. I get animals understanding that much logic. Animals aren't completely stupid. But the fact that he made a paste and used it to heal a wound, a gash on the outside, not something that he ate and felt better later, but literally applied medicine. No, that is crazy. That's not another level right there.
It's so radical is the simple fact that they rarely eat that plant to begin with. There's more evidence of orangs self-medicating with the same plants used by locals, and it's likely this knowledge was taught, and not by humans. Mothers will even teach their young to have the same preferences for food, so that when they—
Wait, what if it was a human? What if a human was messing with some medicinal herbs and orangutan observed? What if it was one of those wild situations where they gave the orangutan some? Who knows?
get older, they can forage in the same area without directly competing with all the other mother-child pairs. Another thing this citrus simian is smart enough to understand is calculated reciprocity. In this viral video, you see this man Vitaly trade snacks with a zoo orangutan. Not only did the hairy haggler refuse until he understood that he'd be getting something back, I swear you can see him check for zookeepers. If it sounds like a stretch, it's scientifically proven this untaxable entity understands the concept.
No, he was checking. He was checking. Look, no, back that up. Back this up. Watch his face.
Harry Hagler refused until he understood that he'd be getting something back. I swear you can see him check for zookeepers. If it sounds like a stretch.
Right there. Right there. He's looking around, making sure it's safe. Right there.
It's scientifically proven this untaxable entity understands the concept.
Yeah,
Two
you knew.
orangutans at the Leipzig Zoo in Germany were given 3 different tokens and quickly learned that they could exchange one type for bananas for themselves. The second token type would earn bananas for the other orang, and the third type had no monetary value whatsoever. At first, the female, Doc, had no problem exchanging tokens to get the male, Bim, bananas. But Doc realized Bim wasn't really returning the favor, so she became a lot less generous. That gave Bim enough of an attitude adjustment to start trading his tokens more, until their efforts became closer to equal. There's another story of a zoo orangutan taught to exchange any trash he found in his enclosure for a food reward. Except he then realized if he just returned the trash in pieces, that would just mean more food for him, which was unfortunate when the trash was someone's phone, and tragic when it turned out to be a formerly alive possum. But what exactly
Wow. He's like, I'm giving you everything for every little prize I can get. Yes, I want it all. I don't care what it is. Oh, that's hilarious.
is it that makes orangutans so smart? Well, the superpower is how they learn. When orangutans are spending all that time with their mothers, they learn everything they need to by watching and copying. Even after they leave, young males will find an older, phalangeed male to use as a role model, learning how to be an alpha male by mimicking everything he does. Mimicry is how they learn, and that learning creates cultures. It's scientifically proven when resources are
And that's exactly what we do. That's exactly what we do. So they're not too far behind us in that sense. So they have a certain level of intelligence. They have a culture among them. So yeah, they're catching up. We got ourselves someone who's trying to give us a run for our money here.
good. Orangs spend more time around each other and more time peering, watching, observing the other orangs. It's not just people watching, it's gathering intel, and they don't just do it to each other. Orangs regularly learn things just by watching the humans around them. This male was seen attempting to catch fish after clocking locals doing it, and one female, Supina, tried starting a fire by dipping a glowing stick in kerosene, blowing on it, and even rubbing it with another stick. But this shadow clone jutsu can be wildly inconvenient. Camp Liki is an orangutan research and rehabilitation reserve, where the Auburn apes have plenty of opportunities to study humans right back, leading to the trend of orangutans untying canoes from the dock and stealing them, and not even triple or quadruple knots can discourage them. Fun fact.
They just learn how to be terrors. That's it. They just learn how to be little terrors. Or big terrors, I should say. Oh, man. That's got to be frustrating. When you have to take care of an animal that's less intelligent than you, but intelligent enough to make your day incredibly difficult. For the laughs.
It takes about a 7-hour canoe ride to get to camp, so one documentary crew decided to save time with a speedboat. They lost that time after a redman stole the boat and left them stranded. The power of perception has taught orangs how to breastfeed, drive, and even saw wood, all from watching a human. It's said orangs have the intelligence of a 4-year-old, but I've yet to see a toddler that did its own laundry. Now you're seeing what I'm saying. Bro's smart enough to talk, wise enough not to, and she's only song like that so we don't catch on. But what if I told you there's an even higher level of intelligence they can get to? Deception. Deception requires foresight and anticipating the actions or thoughts of another party. That's where intelligence can get scary. If orangutans have the capacity to trick us, we're talking about a whole different ballgame. Which brings us to the story of Fu Manchu. Now we're talking about an orangutan outsmarting humans, and it happened in the 60s in Omaha Zoo in Nebraska. I know, nothing ever happens in Nebraska. One day, zoo director Jerry Stone
So Nebraska, it's your time. It's your time.
was doing his rounds when a couple keepers ran up to him. Panicking, they told him not 1, but 5 orangs had escaped and were roaming the zoo. This was not good. Like all apes, an orang outside is a code red situation, and a starting lineup of them walking.
Yep, at the end of the day, no matter what, there's still primates who are massively stronger than we are. That's a recipe for disaster. They're running around. Yes, you got to get that taken care of ASAP.
Amongst people was a canon event begging to happen. All it would take was a human or orang getting too curious for it to be a bad time for everyone, and Jerry sprinted to them before anything could happen, and he found them just chilling. Yeah, Jerry was greeted by 5 fugitives, just people watching in the elm trees by the elephant building. Clearly all they wanted to do was visit the zoo like everyone else. But you can't just have several hundred pounds of primate in public unsupervised, so Jerry literally went up the tree, grabbed an orang by the hand, and led them all back to the exhibit with no resistance. Jerry was less gentle with his staff, and let it be known that another mistake like that and someone would get pink slipped straight into unemployment. Clearly Stone made his point, because nothing like that would ever happen again.
I'm pretty sure it didn't. Man, it's like, I bet he went off. Deservedly so, deservedly so. Like, how you guys gonna let that happen? All 5 of them? Nah.
Until next week, when it happened again. Yup.
Wait. I fell for it. Oh, man. Oh, that's great. That's perfect right there. That face. Oh man, there we go. That face is the thumbnail right there. That's crazy.
Somehow, some way, orangutan gang got out again. No one got hurt. They actually went to the exact same spot in the trees. But a troop of tangerine men exercising free will is a nightmare for zoo PR, and this time Jerry was ready to give someone permanent PTO, because no shot someone went through all that school in debt just to not close a furnace door.
For real.
Imagine what went through Jerry's mind when the Tans got out again. But this time, there was a catch. I used to think you'd only hear this line in a movie, but nah, someone actually ran up to Jerry and said, "You gotta come see this." And he wasn't wrong. You see, in the orangutan exhibit, there was a moat, and down at the bottom of that moat was a furnace door. And sure enough, they caught one of the males, Fu Manchu, fiddling with the door. They were watching from a distance so Fu wouldn't see them, but they couldn't see exactly what Fu was doing. All they knew was suddenly the door flew open and Usain Bolt felt a disturbance as these men broke the sound barrier running down to stop them. So now the solution was simple: clear the enclosure of anything that could be used to escape and do it daily. And sure enough, the orang breakouts came to an end. For about a week until it happened again.
They say you can't stop us. You cannot stop us. Oh man, we will have freedom.
Just tired. Remember, he was a zoo director, and these Mandarin menaces were monopolizing his life. And it was while perp-walking Fu Manchu, who just had to have the biggest eating grin. Jerry noticed a glimmer out the corner of his mouth. He pulls it out, and it all becomes clear. Out was a 4-inch piece of wire bent like a horseshoe that Fu Manchu.
He was picking locks. Orangutans are locksmiths out here. What? Yeah, definitely beyond the 4-year-old. You can't say that the orangutans are at a 4-year-old level. No. They're just, they can't communicate directly with us. That's all. They can't speak, or they just don't want to. I don't know what's going on here, but that's definitely that scary level of intelligence right there.
Stashed between his lower lip and gum. The very hairy Houdini had been using it as a lockpick for weeks and hiding it in his oral wallet. No one taught Fu. Not only did he orchestrate his own emancipation, he had the foresight to realize he couldn't have the key out around keepers or else it'd get confiscated. Fu Manchu would be named an honorary member of the Locksmith Union of the United States.
I don't remember. Now he's the president for pulling that off. Oh man, that was too great. That was too funny.
And Jerry Stone would go on to work with several other interesting apes, including a gorilla named Harambe. Fu Manchu wouldn't be the last, or arguably the most creative. 27-year-old Carter used a stick to short-circuit an electric wire, and then used a bunch of sticks as a ladder to climb out her enclosure. She then just sat and enjoyed the view for 30 minutes until her keepers pulled up with tranquilizers, at which point she just went back in. Last year, Kimbali.
The funny thing is they be giving people panic attacks just so they could be out there chilling. Like they break out, make it all dramatic, and they just be sitting up somewhere just enjoying the view. And then they know when to go back. It's like they had to shoot it with the tranquilizers. She saw them and was like, okay, I give up. You guys got me. Time to go. They're too smart. Too smart.
Broke out of an $11 million habitat in Toronto by cartwheeling past a wire barrier. Mind you, that habitat opened up the summer before. Bro flexed on them 11 million ways. The important thing is, none of these cases do you see an orang get out with malicious intent. Most times they just cosplay as people. But what if one did have beef and use his powers for malfeasance? This is Ken Allen. It's the most famous name in orangutan lore, and you wouldn't even know the name if his mother Maggie had succeeded in smothering him before he even got it. He'd be named after the two zoo officials that would raise him instead, Ken Willingham and Ben Allen.
Ooh, these stories, like, what's gonna happen? Somebody gonna get mutilated, beat up, torn apart? What's about to happen here?
As a baby, he'd soft launch his shenanigans by regularly unscrewing the bolts of his crib and dismantling it. And once he got too big for a crib, keeper Joanne Thomas would take him around the zoo in a stroller. A decision that arguably cost the zoo thousands.
He wasn't strapped in and went berserk on somebody. That's my guess. So, either he saw something that he wanted and went to aggressively take it, or somebody made a gesture he didn't like. Let's see what happens. How close am I to the truth?
5 days after moving into his new enclosure, June 13, 1985, Ken climbed a wall and got out. Years before, folks caught Ken building a DIY ladder out of some branches. One thing I didn't mention is living in the trees full time.
He was talking about a stroller leading to tragedy. I thought he was gonna jump out of some park goers or something.
Means orangutans literally make their beds every single night. Up to 20,000 in a life. Clearly the craftsmanship carries on. Ken Allen spent his freedom wandering the zoo, taking pictures with patrons, before getting escorted back. Not a great thing to happen, but no one got hurt, the wall he scaled got extended, and surely this wouldn't happen again. July 29th of that year, Ken found a way out again, but this time, his intentions weren't pure. You see, there was another orang, Otis. Ken did not like Otis. Ken hated Otis. He hated him so much that they actually had to be separated because orangs might be an endangered species, but as long as they were roommates, Otis was an endangered individual. So when Ken escaped a second time,
they got on-site beef. Oh man, well, this is beyond on-site. This is premeditated. He's going to look for him at this point.
he went straight for Otis's corner and chucked rocks at him. That premeditated stoning put him in solitary confinement, but I'm sure Ken will tell you it was worth it. But the reason for the beef might have been jealousy. Otis was the breeding star of San Diego, with nearly 10 kids and 3 wives. Ken hated him as a concept, so the zoo gave
jealousy. The jealousy of it all.
with nearly 10 kids and 3 wives. Ken hated him as a concept, so the zoo gave him 4. And of course that backfired, when Ken started teaching them how to disrespect infrastructure too. One day, someone left a crowbar in the enclosure, and instead of using it while everyone watched, he just tossed it aside, like he didn't even care. An actual orang move, except he threw it to a female named Vicky, and she used it to pry open a window and free them both. Also, Otis wasn't the only victim. Apparently he took offense to a TV crew filming a documentary on gorillas and pelted them with rocks, until he ran out of rocks and started using cannonballs from his colon. Ken was so crafty,
Whoo! The stink bombs. Oh man, this one was out of control. He did not care. He didn't care at all.
Employees would only have a chance of studying him if they dressed like regular guests, cause Ken would never incriminate himself if someone in uniform was around. Ken would break out a few more times, never hurting anyone, except Otis. He did once approach a child and mumble, "No one will ever believe you," before walking away. And if you doubt that, your disbelief makes his legacy stronger. His
legacy just keeps on growing. It's unstoppable.
He cost the zoo over $40,000 in zoo enhancements, undercover surveillance, electric wiring, and even hired rock climbers to find every possible finger, foot, and toe hold. But he likely made that back and more, with all the PR Ken Allen brought to the zoo, just by being himself. But except for Otis, who, let's be real, must have done something to deserve it, Ken Allen never used his intellect to inflict violence. Bro just wanted a vibe. But what could an orang with a human grudge do? There's a story of an orangutan.
Are we gonna get an actual grudge this time? Because oh man, you led up to that and then did a hard left to another goofball. So let's see.
An actor hating his trainer and waiting until the two were alone up in a tree, where Pierre strangled his human op and threw him to the ground. But the only proof is the obscure article I couldn't find a source for. Plus, Pierre was probably in the right.
Probably did something to piss him off. Because, you know, especially back then, depending on how old this is and if it's a true story or not, there was a lot of trainers who they weren't trainers. They were just abusing animals and forcing them to do stuff. And so animals would snap on them. So it could have happened. It could have. We just don't have proof that it did happen.
Now, Joe's revenge was more than just a story. Joe was an orangutan that appeared in over 100 movies by 1919. This was a time where there were no laws against capturing, selling, and even killing wild orangutans. Universal Studios would take full advantage, and as cute as he was as a toddler, things changed once he became a teen. There would be several incidents with Joe, including a lawsuit where a security guard claimed Joe had mauled him with over 40 bites. There was another time he escaped, and when police pulled up to catch him, Joe stole an officer's gun.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you should be torturing something that's close enough to human to be able to use our tools. No, not a good idea. Because when they snap, and they have the ability to do certain things that other animals can't.
But the most infamous case was Joe breaking out of the Universal Zoo, serving straight chaos for 3 days, and even releasing 15 wolves and his elephant friend Charlie on the way out. But Joe did seem to have a code. Not only did he never attack women or children, he'd often defend them. One scene had an actor pretend to spank a child, but because Joe don't play pretend with the little ones, the orang went O-line and leveled the guy. Another scene had Joe's character help rob a lady, but when good guy Joe saw the villain looming over her, Joe folded his clothes, with him in them. By 1920,
I mean, it's like the orangutan doesn't know that it's acting. They don't understand that. So maybe you shouldn't put them in certain scenes, you know? But people don't use their brain all the time, unfortunately.
went O-line and leveled the guy. Another scene had Joe's character help rob a lady, but when good guy Joe saw the villain looming over her, Joe folded his clothes, with him in them. By 1924, Joe was retired from show business after being deemed too dangerous to work with. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it's Team Joe over here. But there's an even...
For real, it's Team Joe over here because you guys were the irresponsible, reckless ones. You guys know you're done with a wild animal and you put him in these scenarios where he doesn't know it's acting and he's just acting on instinct. In reality, he was doing good deeds, protecting someone who he thought was in danger. In both incidences, it's because you guys were putting him in these scenarios, making him think that there was a problem. So it's your fault. Team Joe.
darker side to orangutans. So dark that I'ma just drop this. Here's an ad while you consider your options.
Well, I'm all in. Let's go. Let's go.
Birute Galdeques is a primatologist and one of the leading experts on orangutans, and in the 70s, she arrived at Camp Liki in Tanjung Putin National Park, where she was immediately warned by native Indonesians that some male orangutans can find humans attractive and occasionally physically and forcefully act on it. She didn't believe it until a male walked into camp one day and violated a female cook, and even multiple people trying to wrestle him off couldn't stop the salacious onslaught. It's now advised that menstruating women either avoid orangs or walk around with a club.
Whoo! Oh man, yeah. Be careful out there. Be careful. That's all we can say. Because it's like you can't talk them out of it. They're gonna do what they do. Remember, they can't. They can communicate with us, but they're gonna do what they're gonna do. We can't talk them out of doing nothing.
So as you can see, orangutans are capable of anything from petty theft and zoo escapes all the way to premeditated census layoffs. But honestly, they could and should be way worse. An orangutan has never been on record murking a man, and some have had very good reasons. Joe Martin had every good reason, and the fact that he died with no body says more about his kind. The strong mom bond means Joe's mom was almost certainly destroyed for him to be taken. Joe suffered all manners of neglect, including electrical burns from wires, eye damage from the constant stage lights. He was given cigars and alcohol which ruined his health, and he was even knocked out by former heavyweight James Jeffries.
Y'all put him in a boxing match with the professionals and see, this is why so many people, they're just trash in this world. It's like, what? Really? And then you wonder why the animal snaps. In most situations, when the animal snaps, it's the fault of the human. Because they did something, or continuously did something until the animal finally had enough. Ah, man, I hate hearing these type of stories.
All without never really interacting with another orang. Joe going through all that and never severely maiming someone is our entire relationship with orangs.
We know how it went with Travis, but that was a chimp. So yeah, it's a big difference. It's a big difference.
In a nutshell, we have done far more to them than for them, in worse ways than you think. I can't even say what this one went through, just know her name is Pony and her story is not for the weak. Orangutans as a whole are a victim of humanity.
Whew. Some of the comment sections, if you know the story, go ahead and put it down there.
The worst part is what happens when they're gone. Once all the O-rings in an area are gone, all the generational knowledge of how to live there dies with them. It's not just a species, it's an entire culture that goes extinct with no way of bringing it back. So what can you on your phone, computer, or TV do? One is obviously support an organization that helps with research and rehabilitation, which is why I'll be donating to Orangutan Foundation International, founded by Galdekis herself. Link down below if you'd like to as well. Also, never support a place that uses orangutans as tourist traps. Any place that lets you pay to play with an orangutan is a huge red flag. But probably the best
For real. Yes. Nah. Huge red flag. Like, for one, you shouldn't be letting people get that close to them. And two, like, I don't know. There's so many things that they get caught up doing. It's crazy.
way is to avoid palm oil. Palm oil is the leading cause of their extinction, and it's in 50% of household products in the West. It's a commitment, but it's looking like we either give up the oil or negotiate the red ape's existence. The choice is yours, just know the orangutans would probably do the same for us. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. But first, I wanna thank y'all. If you remember my elephant sanctuary video, then you know that the park actually flooded a month after I visited. A flood that cost 2 rescued elephants their lives. But you guys came through with the donations, and Miss Leck Chyler was so grateful, they actually made a cake with my name and gave it to the elephants. And seeing my favorite animals eating out of my namesake cake would have been impossible without you guys, so thank you all. Hopefully one day I can do the same for Camp Leaky, but until then, drink water, hug your mother. If an orangutan hits you, apologize, because you deserved it. And I'ma see y'all in the next one.
Yeah, if it's a chimp, then yeah, it may not have been you. But if it's an orangutan, you did that. You did all of that. You deserved it. All right, guys, that was great. So, as always, you know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. Of course, let me know if you, excuse me, tongue twisted. Let me know what you'd like to see me react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you really want to support this platform, consider joining our Patreon. All right? So, till next time, take care of yourselves. And I'm out of here. All right, guys. So, as always, you guys already know how it goes down. So if you have a reaction request, put it up so we can get into it. Otherwise, I got a couple more I want to get into that I have listed here. This one I just saw and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this for fun. Boondocks characters as real humans. AI went too far, question mark. Let's see how good they are. All right. Alright guys, I just saw this reaction and everything. YouTube, everybody at home and stuff. So this is gonna be a funny one to me. This is Boondocks characters as real humans. AI went too far. So we're gonna go ahead and judge and see if AI went too far or if it was pretty accurate. So let's check this out. Let's go.
What if Boondocks characters came to life, for real? Flushed-faced Grandpa's rage.
I don't know. Is that I don't think that fits Tom. No, hang on. Back that up. Yeah, that doesn't fit Tom. No, that's not good AI. That's not good AI.
It's chaos, Cindy's attitude, all hyper-real. This isn't fan art, it's real life. Sticker.
Let me see here. Oh man, I jumped way too far. I don't know. I think it's close enough we could get to in real life without it being too cartoonish. So I'll give it a pass. That one's okay.
Stick around, it gets wild.
I'll give that one. I'll give it a pass. I think that no. It doesn't fit in perfectly. It's not a 1-to-1. None of them have been a 1-to-1. The Tom was a fail. Grandpa was an okay pass. So I'll give this one a decent pass. Uncle Ruckus, how are we gonna do this face? But it doesn't have the eye issue. Like that's the only problem. Grega's got one bulging eye and one eye. Like I don't know what happened to it, but he ain't got the eye. Nah, that's a fail. That's a fail. It's close. It's like it knew what kind of to go for, but it didn't get it. The beard ain't right. Nah. It was close, but nah. Fail. Okay, this one should be easy. Yeah, I knew that one was gonna be easy. I feel like AI knows how to do anime girls well enough to where they could pull off this one. So that's the best one so far. The best one. All right. So what are the odds this one's gonna be good? Let's see. Oh, baby, this was the best one so far. This was like damn near 1-to-1. Jin Rummy, okay. So we got two that were really good. Okay, Riley. Are you gonna get Riley right? Let's see. Good enough. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I think the eyebrows are weird. Like it went way too much on the eyebrows. But otherwise it's good. It's good. Okay, so we got three that are good. Okay, Huey. Are we gonna get let's see. Come on, AI. Don't mess it up. No. Oops, what's the eye doing? Yeah, it messed it up. It messed it up. That's terrible. Let's see. Come on. What's with what's with the webbed fingers? I swear AI be doing some weird stuff. Yeah, I think we gotta fail you on that one. So you got three good ones. Yeah, didn't get the eyes right. You got the outfit right. That was pretty much it. That was pretty much it. The hair was supposed to be, yeah, her hair isn't curly enough with the way AI did it. It was supposed to be more curlier than that. So, no, it failed. Okay, that was an interesting one. That was fun. That was just one that I don't know. But all right, y'all. Have fun with that one for what it was. All right, guys. So let's see here. So what we got next on the list? We're about to get into another Harry Mack. All right, let's do this. We'll put this away until more comments come in. All right. Catching up on some Harry Max. I got to get a I think I need to do like another one tomorrow. If I do two a week, I'll catch up quickly because we need to catch up on these Amigo bars. But all right, let's get into it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the spot where we kick back and react to all kind of different things. All right, so what we got going on today? We're about to continue on catching up on Harry Mack. Omegle Bars 109 is where we're at right now. Startling strangers with freestyle. All right, you got them startled? Okay, well, let's see what you got on this one. What you doing to him today, Harry Mack? Come on, Mack. Let's go.
Yo, could I do a freestyle for you guys?
Heck yeah, go ahead.
Right out the gate, not even a conversation. It's like, hey, yo, freestyle right here.
All right, dope. I appreciate that. So, can y'all give me like some words to challenge me to use in my freestyle?
I know some words. Vinegar.
Vinegar. Nice.
Vinegar.
Vinegar. What do you want to do? You gotta pick one. Hurry. Towel. Towel.
Towel. All right, let's get one more. Give me a complicated one. You know, really challenge me.
Encyclopedia. Encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia. All right.
Okay.
Vinegar, towel, and encyclopedia. Those are the words. Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right, let's get it. Off the top, I'ma win with words. Me and rappers don't mix oil and vinegar. I'm about to break it down. I'm dropping hella blessings. Adding vinegar when I be making salad dressing. I'ma hit it with the flavor. My verses are major. I be hot like islands by equator. I shock like a taser. Y'all know I'm precise. And every time I rhyme, I'm a god. Soon as the track drops, so it's making you nod. Let's hit it. Neck going off at the top. I just keep it all in motion and I'm not gonna stop. Okay, I'm all up on it and these rappers couldn't in front of me. You rocking that cap by the Whiskey Bent Hat Company. Hey yo, I see this, so I must incorporate. These rappers see me beaming and then they saw the hate. I get reckless, I'm blowing up and homie, they expect this. Hey yo, we about to check kids up off our checklist. I thought it was cause of my hard flow. Really, it's the dog bark though that made her startled. Yeah, hey yo.
I love it. They totally wasn't expecting that one. Oh man, yes, he will put anything in the freestyle. Be prepared. Be prepared.
Happened in an instant. Dreaming of these moments ever since when I was an infant. Yeah, we all up on it and I'm flexing. I utilize my own brain like a weapon. Hey yo, rappers doing me foul, so they making me scowl. When I spit, your brain be soaking up the knowledge like towels. Listen,
Woo, that was nice. That was a nice lead into the second word. All right, Ari Mac. Oh man, bring that one back. Bring it back. Gotta get that again.
Dreaming of these moments ever since when I was an infant. Yeah, we all up on it and I'm flexing. I utilize my own brain like a weapon. Hey yo, rappers doing me foul, so they making me scowl. When I spit, your brain be soaking up the knowledge like towels. Listen,
woo!
I'm about to make my speech wow. All listeners while I stretch like a beach towel. Over top of the sand, check how I'm rocking the jam. I be doing the impossible, man. Said I be breaking it down whenever I'm spitting. Y'all know I'm doing that rap work. All three of us are straight up matching in these black shirts. Yeah, it's sorta like we coordinated. When it comes to flexing, dog, I'm more than greatness. I go big on that with strong raps. I steady make contact with listeners. I be the top positioner. I spit what I envision, bro. I gotta get it done. My heart is the location that I often spit it from. Lifting you up high every time that I do this. All in my brain where the truth is. Whenever I spit, I get ruthless. Yeah, and other rappers, I really don't know what they thinking. What's that you're holding right now? Is that a pink pen? Hey yo, oh no, it's a makeup brush. Other rappers lie in their songs and they make up stuff. Yeah, y'all know I eat them up like clam chowder. I'ma crush a rapper until the man's powder. Like what you using all atop your flesh. I address these lyrics more speedier. Every time I rhyme, and y'all know that
That was nice. That was nice how you started putting all that together. Now back that up. Bring that back. Bring that back.
They thinking, what's that you're holding right now? Is that a pink pen? Hey yo, oh no, it's a makeup brush. Other rappers lie in their songs and they make up stuff. Yeah, y'all know I eat them up like clam chowder. I'ma crush a rapper until the man's powder. Like what you using all atop your flesh. I address these lyrics more speedier. Every time I rhyme, and y'all know that I be feeding ya the knowledge that you needin', bruh. Open up my brain, it's like an encyclopedia. What? H-Mac getting busy with these raps. I'm about to make your head spin, leave you dizzy with these facts. And y'all know that I'm polished. I'm the one that they acknowledge. Y'all need this cause Mac ain't got that encyclopedic knowledge. Let's go.
Wait, you kind of
you
did it really good.
Love it.
Really good.
That was great.
Thank you.
Wait, what's your channel real quick? I want to look you up.
Absolutely. I go by Harry Mack, so I'll drop it in the chat right now.
Here goes the reaction to how big it
I
is.
screenshotted it. You have a nice night.
Awesome.
no.
You too, guys. Much love. Peace.
Much love.
Bye.
Okay, they weren't that surprised. Normally it's like, oh my god, he's already famous. I love seeing that.
Hey, can I do a freestyle for you guys?
Yes, yeah.
All right, tight, but I need your help. Can you guys give me some creative words to challenge me to use in my freestyle?
Okay. Fire.
Fire. Let's take fire. Let me get two more.
Solar system.
Solar system. That's a good one.
Nice.
All right, fire, solar
Nice.
system, and one from you.
Be creative. Hat.
Hat. All right, fire, solar system, and hat. Those are the words. You guys ready? All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, yeah. I spit the shit they admire. I'm out here to inspire. I acquire skills while I'm spitting this fire. Keep it honest, never no liar. I'm keeping it true and spitting out these flickerous flames. Gotta be the illest kid in the game. Y'all know I'ma light 'em up. These other rappers hating, but they not as tight as us. Yeah, listen to the lyrics that the God just said. I make you do this with your hands, make you nod your head. Yeah, compared to rappers, I be flowing off their head better. Shouts a girl covering her mouth in the red sweater. I'm about to break it down while driving haters crazy. Girl on the right has the straight hair. Girl on the left has wavy. Yeah, I combine all the styles when I rhyme for a while. Y'all know that all my lines never mild. I be crushing them when I be busting them right off the tip now. And when I'm rhyming, I'm delivering that 6 style. I help you get down when I run up. I said, you ready? She gave me the double thumbs up. So now I spit the dope lyrics to control your vision. I hold it down like gravity. My brain's the solar system. Yeah.
Woo! Oh, that was nice. Oh, man. Oh, second time in a row, the second word was fire. Bring that back, get it again.
I'm delivering that 6 style. I help you get down when I run up. I said, you ready? She gave me the double thumbs up. So now I spit the dope lyrics to control your vision. I hold it down like gravity. My brain's the solar system. Yeah.
Woo!
Blowing minds with these raw flows. And when I'm spitting, dog, I travel through the cosmos. It's like I'm all up in the space shuttle. Rappers know they in trouble. And when I'm rhyming lyrics, bro, up my face like they're on my stubble. I'm here for all of y'all whenever I spit. You rappers in the game know you not as clever as this. When I rap all facts, you could say no cap. So much so, yo, I should probably take off my hat. I said I'm to kill it. I'm
nice.
Off the dome though. Never imitating, I'm delivering my own flow. Yeah, I'm leaving competition with no option. Damn, whole entire song, yo, this girl been locked in. Beats, I'm a frolic. The arm bounces something like cars on hydraulics.
She has been locked in. She's over here just examining the entire thing.
Yeah, I kick free flows. I lock in with the people. I had to come right up in the
Shout out to the editor for that one. I love it.
top of the mental for this trio and bless ya. Here to impress ya. Shouts out to the 3-word suggestors. Hey yo, I grab them, then I put them in my flow. Came through on Omegle to rock a live show. Let's go.
Standing ovation. Okay.
That was cold.
Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all.
Eminem's been quiet after this.
Oh, that's too kind. Thank you so much.
You was the highlight of their night. They're like, dang, what are we gonna do now? How are we get that? That's it. Just go to bed at this point. Just go to bed. There's nothing else that's gonna happen. It's gonna be as good.
I appreciate it, guys.
What's your name?
Oh yeah, I go by Harry Mack. YouTube.com/Harry Mack.
Okay, you got it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Peace, y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye. What's going on, y'all? Hope you are loving this episode so far. We'll get right back to it in just a second, but before we do, I want to send a huge shout out to NordVPN for sponsoring.
NordVPN!
You looking for a VPN? Y'all know Nord coming through with the best selection, because they're about to keep you safe from malware, coming through with that threat protection. Y'all know how to do it. Anything you need to stay safe, they gon' bring you this. They gon' make the internet into a safer place with one single click. Yeah. One account be protecting up to 10 devices, 24/7 support, so you know they been the nicest. It don't matter what day, what time, you can hit them up, they gon' get you back online. Every time I spit, man, you'll know that I shine. H-Mac, I be cooking up these lyrics from the mind, yeah. You can watch your favorite content, cause when I can't watch a show on tour, that's some nonsense. I'm using NordVPN so that the content is unlocked. Whatever it is I wanna watch, I plug Nord in, then I rock. That's the way that it's supposed to go. Hey, take it from me while I'm spitting this flow. Hey, y'all know these hackers is trying to break in. They out there, they taking your info, they trying to hop in your bank account, trying to steal all your dough. When people are trying to get all my passwords, so that's messing up my whole flow. Won't let it happen. I gotta break it down while I'm rapping. When it comes to VPNs, y'all know Nord is the captain, all up at the helm. Every time around, people know I do well. I will excel. I be kicking bars from the future. I got NordVPN holding me down on my computer. Let's go. Boom. There you have it. Get the exclusive NordVPN deal plus 4 months extra by visiting nordvpn.com/HarryMack or click the link in my description. It is completely risk-free with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. All right?
You heard the man.
Without further
Get
ado,
it.
Let's get back to the episode.
Oh.
Yeah, I use NordVPN too, so I don't care. They're good though. They are really good though. So Nord, hit me up, man. Hit me up. I need a sponsor too. Anyway, yo, Kenneth, what's going on, man? Welcome back. What's good? All right, let's continue. Let's continue.
Oh, could I do a freestyle rap for you?
Yeah.
All right, sick, but I need your help. Could you give me like a few creative words to use in my freestyle? And let's say no food and no animals, because those are the most common ones people say.
You got any words? Xbox.
Xbox. All right.
Xbox.
PlayStation.
PlayStation. All right, now no more video game consoles.
All right, Cash App.
Cash App. All right.
PayPal.
Xbox, PlayStation, Cash App. What'd you say?
PayPal.
We got some
Yeah.
themes going on. All right, now let me get one for the fifth word.
Some
Fifth and final
themes.
word. Let's just get a complicated word from your mind.
Antisocial. Antisocial.
That was
That was a great fifth word right there. The gamer needs money for them games, and no, get away from me. Antisocial, leave me alone. Let me be alone at home with my video games. Oh, that is the running theme. This is a gamer freestyle right here. Oh, man. All right. Let's go. Let's go.
whispered it to you, but we'll take it. Antisocial.
Alright.
Oh, it's on your shirt as well. Okay, I like that. Antisocial social club. All right, so we're going to go with Xbox, PlayStation, Cash App, PayPal.
Wait, the antisocial social club? How does that work? You guys have non-meetups?
You said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then last but not least, antisocial. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, off the top of the dome. Every time I spit, they know I'm locked in the zone. Yeah, I be getting live off the tip of this. Rappers stepping up, they won't survive when I'm ripping this. Break it down for all of y'all, you know that Mac will get props. I represent for hip hop. Whether you done seen the vids dropped on YouTube or up on my TikTok, y'all know that I leave all my competition pissed off. Listen, I'm out here slaying them lames. No Xbox, cause the Mac ain't playing no game. So I ain't gripping no controller. Only thing I am is a microphone holder. Check the way I jam, I be spitting something off the dome. And it sounded too tight, I'm too hype, I shine bright. I'm something like your blue lights. Seen them on the background, the track I'm about to smash this. Shouts out to the homie who be rocking clear glasses. I'ma help you see clear. Mac is blessed just to be here. Every time I rhyme, yo, I feel MCs with fear.
She's like, he wrapped my glasses. He put him in the rap. Wow. Yeah. Get ready. Get ready. He about to blow your mind.
Pointed to her glasses like he just called them out. That's what I am all about. Hey yo, there's no way to waste this. I'm making rappers taste this. I be getting busy when I'm rocking in these places. Killing tracks, check it off my list. Put the X in the box whenever I be racking like this. Yeah. In fact,
nice.
Put the rapper in the box, that's a coffin. Every time I spit, you know I'm causing mad problems. And I be so amazing. But fuck the radio, they don't play me on they station. Yeah. Hey yo, y'all know I came to rip.
That was wild. That was wild. Bring that back. Bring that back. Yo.
Put the X in the box whenever I be racking like this. Yeah. In fact, I'ma put the rapper in a box that's a coffin. Every time I spit, you know I'm causing mad problems. And I be so amazing. But fuck the radio, they don't play me on they station. Yeah.
Woo! That was nice. That was nice. Oh, man.
Hey, yo, y'all know I came to rip. Every time I rhyme, I go fast, I dip. I'm like Usain Bolt when I be sprinting over tracks. Every Mac is killing it, I'm winning, that's a fact. Yo, I get the people hype, I might just make you stand up. I seen that you was feeling it, you went and threw your hand up. I kicked them live flows, and it's crazy how far I go. If I'm on the PlayStation, I'll be playing Spyro. Making rappers crash like Bandicoot. I be calling out to all the damn recruits.
Shout out to them OG days on PlayStation. Spyro the Dragon, Crash Bandicoot. Man, what a time.
All the dope MCs come one, come all. If they whack when they spit, then they gonna fall. I'm a pack in the venue that's wall to wall, spitting mad fast. Life goes up and down like the NASDAQ. Where's the cash at? Y'all know that we have that. If we didn't have it, we would have to drop the cash app. I'm plugging into the flow station. Yeah, cash app, we using that for donations. Listen, every time I spit live, trust me, if I'm rocking, cash app applies. Why is that? Cause my flow
Woo! Oh! Oh, Harry Mack said, oh, I'm about to flex right now. Oh, get it.
Cash app, we using that for donations. Listen, every time I spit live, trust me, if I'm rocking, cash app applies. Why?
Woo!
Flow is money. When it come to lyrics, I ain't never no dummy. My lyrics are sweet as honey. Whenever I'm rhyming, you know that I slay foul. Rappers, then I ask them for their PayPal so that I can pay them to make up for all the damages that I just caused. To these corny rappers with the flaws, we be getting the paper. He gon' pull up the caper. Every time I spit, these MCs know that I'm major. Yeah, I got them disgusting, rancid vocals, and I'm antisocial. I'm staying at the crib, never leaving out the house, but these dope freestyles, they be flying out my mouth. Yeah, people about to show me love. You in the antisocial social club. Y'all know these freestyles, they be sacred. I said, someone whispered that to you, but we gon' take it. Grab it off your shirt, rapping on the verse. Check out how these facts I spit disperse all throughout your brain waves. I'm ripping mics in insane ways, and I came to say my flow is automatic like an AK. I'm laying them down, I'm never playing around, so thanks for watching. Every time he's in the session, y'all should use caution. I came to spread joy, never out here to destroy. If you rockin' with the music, go and make some noise. Let's go.
Oh, killed it. Best one of the video so far.
Thank you. I hear you in the
Best one of
background.
the video so far. Oh,
Those
man.
were some good suggestions, too.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Peace, y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good. Are you streaming or what?
No, not currently, but I am making videos for my YouTube channel right now.
How many followers you have?
I'll tell you, but first, can I show you what I do?
Okay.
Okay, dope. So let me get like a few creative words from you.
Creative words?
Yeah.
Okay. Spirit,
Spirit,
philosophy,
philosophy,
and human.
human.
I always find that weird when people ask, like, how many followers do you have, like, right off the bat? I mean, I would just want to see the channel to see for myself. But my first question is, what do you do? You know? Because I guess for me, I don't care how many followers you have. If I like you, I'm going to subscribe to you. Yeah, there's people who have millions of followers, but I don't really care for their content because it doesn't really interest me, so I don't follow them. And there's everybody's like that. So I'm like, why ask as like the opening question? Just go to their channel if you want to check out their stuff. I mean, it's weird to me, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
Those are good, man. Spirit, philosophy, and human. Those are the words, right?
Yeah.
All right, check this out.
All right, this is gonna be interesting though.
Yeah. Off at the top of my dome. That's how I'm spitting these lyrics. Y'all know I'm doing it right.
The look on his face was like, the hell is going on here?
From the soul, doing it right from the spirit. Other rappers play in the post. Lyrically, I do the most. Turn a whack rapper to a spirit. Ay, turn a whack rapper to a ghost. I kill them. Every time I'm in the session, every single flow that I spit will impress them. Every time I rhyme, I'll be teaching you a lesson. Check out the mental progression. Roll. Right off the mental, I'm bringing that good stuff. Shout to the homie that's live, all on the screen. He got his hood up. I'ma break it down when I do what I'm feeling. Flows that I spit, they be one.
He's feeling it. He's like, oh, okay. He over here putting anything in his freestyle. All right.
A million, check the way I'm freestyling. I call your hood out, then I got you smiling.
Yes,
I be
sir.
doing what I'm feeling when I'm on the scene. I do well under pressure. When the beat drops in, he was feeling that shit. He was yelling out, hey, yes, sir. We about to make it happen. When I rock the free, there's no stopping me. Y'all know I put my words together so logically. I'm on an odyssey. I'm the MC that you gotta see. I mean, he's gotta be one of the illest at the top of the mental. I'm like Socrates, cause I be dropping these philosophies. Let's get it, yeah.
Ooh, that was wild. Oh my God. Oh, bring that all the way back. Oh man.
I do well under pressure. When the beat drops in, he was feeling that shit. He was yelling out, hey, yes, sir. We about to make it happen. When I rock the free, there's no stopping me. Y'all know I put my words together so logically. I'm on an odyssey. I'm the MC that you gotta see. I mean, he's gotta be one of the illest at the top of the mental. I'm like Socrates, cause I be dropping these philosophies. Let's get it, yeah.
Whoo, hitting him with that mythology. Oh, love it. Oh.
I'm about to philosophize. Y'all know I'm spitting it live. Make you say, wow, we about to do it right now. I'm kicking style, something like compact. H-Mac really hitting harder. I refuse to trade, I'm refusing to barter. I'm smarter. Every time I rhyme, I stay relevant. Cause when it come to lyrics off the mental, I'm intelligent, smarter than the average. Breaking all about the cage, I'm a savage. I'ma let you have it. My philosophy is this. Don't leave people up in a twist. My philosophy about freestyle. What's the point of doing it if I can't make you smile? My philosophy is all about spreading joy. Every time I'm spitting, the people be making noise. Yeah, sometimes the stress that we feel, hey, it's all consuming. Hey, how do I deal with the stress? I keep the beat booming, yeah. Rappers, they hating, but what are they doing? I'm here to spread, drive around the planet, cause all of us human. Yeah,
Okay.
I just spit on what I'm seeing. All of us here, we are human beings. Gotta find a way to get through the nonsense. So I'm about to heal it when dropping this content. Yeah, do what I wanna when I'm all up in it. My lyrics infinite. I never been timid. Any competition, I'ma win it. You know that I'm spitting right up off the mental. When it come to these lyrics, I'm too essential. You know I'm cracking your dental if you biting, cause I'm way too hard. Stepping incorrect, I'll leave you scarred. Yeah, I be getting busy when I'm up in the place. Yeah, every time I rhyme, I got the utmost taste. Flow off the dome, no facade. Shouts out to homie that's in the garage. Yeah, y'all know I'm giving them more. I know he's out there cause I'm singing that door. Hey, right to the side.
Oh man, no one doesn't like Harry Mack.
I got the utmost taste. Flow off the dome, no facade. Shouts out to homie that's in the garage. Yeah, y'all know I'm giving them more. I know he's out there cause I'm singing that door. Hey, right to the side of his dome. Check out the way that I improvise in the zone. Mike, I can leave it alone. Got them all adjusting the tone. I get loose when I rock for the people. All up on this screen, yeah. And you know I gotta go right off the mental when I'm spitting for the freestyle fiends. Let's go.
Bro, is it like AI? Is you ready for? Or you think it's word coming out of mind? Like how?
Oh man, nah, this, no AI, just years of practice.
Now, I'm sorry, AI ain't that fast. AI got a couple of years to catch up with Harry Mack. Oh man, that was great. That was great.
Really, bro? That's brilliant. That's perfect, bro.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Like keep going. I mean, that you're gonna be a star. I think you're a star, but maybe tell me your YouTube.
Oh, yeah. I go by Harry Mack, so I'll drop it in the chat right now. It's just youtube.com/Harry Mack.
How many followers you have?
On
Just take a
YouTube,
look.
I think I almost got 3 million subscribers, man.
Really? Thank you, sir. That was
It's always a surprise on their face though at the end when they see like, oh, he ain't new. He been doing this for a while. Okay.
brilliant.
Oh, man, thank you so much. You're awesome, bro. Thank you for being a part of it.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you, man. Hey, you have a beautiful rest of your day, all right?
You too. Thank you.
Peace, man. Boom, there you have it. Hope y'all enjoyed the episode so much. If you want to support me, go ahead and click the link up here, man. We got something fun for you. If you just want to watch more videos, go ahead and venture down the rabbit hole by watching another one down here. Much love, everybody. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Yep. Always great, Harry Mack. Always great. Always enjoy it. Oh man. But all right, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. And let me know what you'd like to see me react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you really feel like supporting this platform, consider joining our Patreon. All right. So, till next time, take care of yourselves. And I'm out of here. All right, y'all. Ken Kniff. Man. What you doing? What's up? How you been? Oh man. So just let you know what we're up to, man. It's doing live reactions. That's what I've pivoted to. That's great. So I don't know if you noticed me being gone for a while, but just to catch you up, UMG got on my ass, so I ended up having to just leave reactions alone for a little while. And so now I'm back, but I'm just not doing mainstream stuff. I'm doing YouTube, independent artists, funny stuff. Nothing that's from a TV show or anything like that, because, you know, the demonetization and the copyright strikes have been going crazy lately. So you just got to be safe. You don't want to risk the channel getting shut down. You know what I'm saying? But in any case, like I said, live reactions. So if there's something you want to check out, then yeah, just put it in there. We'll get into it. We had a few people last time when I was doing my test runs and everything, so we'll see if anybody else joins us today. Otherwise, just chatting. Anything you want to talk about, vibe about, whatever. It's this entire theme is just, you know, about kicking back, having a good time. Yeah, yep. Those UMG guys got a problem with you, regardless, I still watch your vids. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. What I've been thinking about doing is doing the reactions that UMG's bad at anyway, but just putting them on my Patreon. That might be the move and everything. So, because even with me announcing that I'm not doing live reactions anymore, there's still been people mainstream music reactions. There's still been people asking for them. So it's like, maybe I just need to do them anyway and just put them in a space where they can access them. And those who really want them will check them out. I don't know. It's a thought. It sounds like a good idea, so I'm really leaning towards going in on it. it'll take me a little bit more time out of my day, but that's fine. You know, I want to give you guys the entertainment. I want to build this channel. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, if there are no more suggestions or no suggestions yet, let me see what's next that I can check out. Oh yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson. I need to get my science reactions going again. And yeah, and I know Neil deGrasse Tyson is a safe bet. He ain't demonetizing nobody. There was one that I saw that was a new like short episode, and I was like, okay, I want to check this out, but I want to check it out on stream. I'll be watching like his longer ones because I'm a big like, you know, science nerd and stuff. And I love getting updated on what's going on. So this one, yeah, let's check it out. So, you know, a live stream, so we're putting these videos, you know, one by one so that my editor can, you know, edit them and bust them out. So you already know the flow and how this goes. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the spot where we kick back and react to all kind of different things. All right, so what we got going on today? We're about to get into a science reaction with Neil deGrasse Tyson. All right, so this one is why uranium enrichment is a big deal. I don't know why, but we already know he's going to let us know why. He's going to break it down for us. So let's get into this. Neil deGrasse Tyson, why is it a big deal? Let's go.
You might have heard something on the uranium enrichment program in Iran and the centrifuges. So let me just put some of that in context in case you were wondering what's going on. So uranium, one of the elements on the famed periodic table, it has 92 protons in it. And the number of protons in an element defines the element. Uranium is traditionally considered the heaviest natural element. We look around the universe, do we see anything heavier than that? No, not really. We, however, are not content with what nature gives us. We want more. So in particle accelerators, we bombard the nuclei of elements and we can make heavier elements than uranium. And we've done so. Last I checked, we're up to 118. That's 26 more elements than the universe gave us. So, frankly, I think that's badass for humans with our...
It is badass. It's one of those things that makes the people paranoid too. Like, why are we messing with nature? If that's all the universe gave us, we should have stayed with that.
primate brain, being able to come up with that kind of advance on something birthed in the universe. Anyhow, when you find uranium in nature, typically it's a uranium ore, it comes in completely mixed in 3 varieties. There's uranium-234, uranium-235, and uranium-238. Oh, by the way, these versions of uranium are called isotopes. Anytime you vary the number of neutrons in an atom, it's an isotope. They all have 92 protons, but all the rest of that number comes from neutrons.
Oh, okay. I was about to wonder why the number was so high, but okay, that explains it.
Way more than 92 neutrons. Oh my gosh. They're crammed into the nucleus. So many of these big elements are unstable for that reason. Okay, there's a lot going on in the nucleus, and the nucleus wants to spontaneously break apart into lighter elements. Neutrons, by the way, go wherever they want. If you were a proton, there's only so close you can get to the nucleus because the nucleus is positively charged and you're positively charged. You'll repel. So neutrons, since they are neutral, they are offered no resistance walking straight into the nucleus of atoms. So here is uranium-235 and it's hit by a neutron. What happens is the nucleus splits into 2 parts, 2 lighter atoms. If you measure the mass of those 2 lighter atoms, it is less than the mass of the original 235. Where did the mass go? Ask Albert. Hey, Einstein, where did the mass go? E equals mc squared. Energy is the mass times the speed of light squared, which is just a constant in that equation. So energy and mass are equivalent. And if you lose mass, you gain energy for having done so. Anything that's radioactive emits energy. So that's not what's interesting about uranium-235. If you split it, the splitting creates 2 or more new neutrons. If I have a collection of uranium-235 atoms, and I split one of them with a neutron, 2 neutrons pop out the other side, they hit 2 other atoms, now we're up to 4, then 8, then 16. This doubles fast. And you get what we named back at the birth of atomic energy, a chain reaction. And each one of those reactions releases energy. And given the kind of thinking that goes on in warfare, this wasn't simply a physics experiment that you write up in the journal. It was immediately weaponized.
Immediately weaponized. The folly of humanity, I swear, immediately weaponized. Oh man. Hey, we can disperse energy and it can do stuff. Well, can it destroy stuff? Perfect. I swear.
To create a bomb. So it turns out uranium-234 doesn't behave. You can split it, but it doesn't shoot out extra neutrons on the other side. So you'll get the energy from splitting one of them, but you're not going to create a chain reaction. Same problem with uranium-238. It's only the 235 that has this property. If you get enough uranium in one place at the same time and start the reaction, you light the fuse. If you want to...
Basically like a natural bomb, in a sense. Because even though it's not the traditional explosion that we would expect, that release of energy, that radioactive energy, is what they're going for. To think, we've come up with so many better ways to use it, but it always starts off with warfare. We always got to be violent first.
To make a bomb, you want to isolate the uranium-235 from the uranium-234 and 238. Most of the uranium ore is uranium-238. Not useful for you. About no more than 1% of the uranium that is mined is uranium-235. So you want to enrich that. You want just the uranium-235. Well, how are you going to do it? These atoms are mixed together completely. How are you going to pull out the one that's in between the other two? Use a centrifuge. Well, centrifuges don't work on solid matter. You have to turn the matter into a fluid. It's a homogeneous substance that takes the shape of its container. So liquid is fluid, so is gas. The study in physics of fluid dynamics is the study of objects moving through gas and liquid. The same formulas apply in both cases. Back to uranium. One way to do this is to turn it into a liquid, but it turns out it's easier to turn it into a gas. Once you gasify the uranium, you now centrifuge.
Gasify, that sounds like a very serious stomach issue.
You spin it. The centrifugal forces will separate out the U-238 from the U-234, leaving the U-235 in between those two. So these centrifuges are complex bits of engineering to siphon out the uranium-235 in between the 234 and 238. Now, if you pull it out when it's enriched by 5%, that would mean what you've pulled out is 5% uranium-235. That's good enough for nuclear power plants. Sure. Want to make energy from fission? Go right ahead. Up the purity to 20% or more? That's enough to power sort of nuclear propulsion in, for example, nuclear submarines for the Navy. And the value of that is it can stay underwater for much longer periods of time before refueling. But to make a bomb, it has to be so purified that at least 90% of the uranium that's extracted is composed of uranium-235. So, it all depends on your goal. We don't think of just living on Earth as a centrifuge, but in a way it is. On Earth, you live in a centrifuge of 1G. That's why your Italian salad dressing settles out, okay? The denser material goes to the bottom, the lighter goes to the top. That would be the vinegar, which is denser than the oil. You just centrifuged it by just setting it down in Earth's gravity at 1G. If it was 2G, that process would happen faster. Now, back to uranium. What's the mass difference between U-234 and U-235? It's one neutron. Yes, they have different mass, but it's a tiny fraction difference. So for a centrifuge to be able to separate them and distinguish the two, it's got to be really high G.
You know the old saying, a little bit goes a long way? That little bit of a difference makes so much of a difference when you really think about the ramifications of it all.
And in fact, the centrifuges invented to create weapons-grade U-235 can centrifuge so fast that the molecules themselves are experiencing nearly 1,000,000 Gs. That's what you need to separate out these three isotopes so that you can isolate the U-235 in the middle. There are details I'm not sharing because first they differ for different centrifuges, but the detail doesn't change the basic idea that I'm sharing with you. If you want...
In other words, as always, given the simplistic version so people can follow along. We're not going digging deep into stuff that's going to get too confusing. That's all. That's all.
To make a bomb, you have centrifuges. It's that simple. So, something as simple in concept as a centrifuge, which medical professionals use to separate platelets from your plasma in your blood, when taken to its extreme limits, who would have thought that a centrifuge can actually influence the balance of geopolitical power in the world? That's a bit of a cosmic perspective on this. What's up with that? Until next time, keep looking up.
And it's just a classic case of we discover something great and we use it for destructive means when in reality we could be doing so much better. It's just showing that, in my opinion, I always feel like things like that let us know that as a species we still have a lot of work to do. A lot of work. But as always, love getting a little bit of knowledge from these legitimate science channels. Always look for legitimate ones because there are some bogus ones out there. But yeah, Star Talk, Neil deGrasse Tyson, always great. But alright guys, you know what to do. Put down in the comment section, let me know what y'all thought about this one. And let me know what you'd like to see me react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you really feel like supporting this platform, consider joining our Patreon. Alright, so, till next time, take care of yourselves. And I'm out of here. Alright. So, okay, what are we going to jump into next? We'll give a couple of moments. Check a couple of things. Haven't gotten no requests today. None. I was getting all kinds of requests during all the test runs. It's all good, though. It's all good. Now, I know I cut my stream short last time and everything, but we will be doing this every week. So, let's see here. Got 3 likes on it. Nice, nice. Stream health is still solid. All right, let me see what I can jump into next. Here we go. Another animal video. True facts.
This episode
It's been a while since I
sponsored by
checked out True
Radiant.
Facts. This was about crickets, which hits home because it's cricket season around here. Them little bastards every single night. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the spot where we kick back and react to all kind of different things. All right, so what we got going on today? All right, we're about to get into some true facts. It's been a while since I checked out this channel. All right, this one looks like it's their most recent, only 6 days ago. So, how crickets became the soundtrack to everything. They're not a soundtrack to me. They are a disruption. They are so annoying. Because we have crickets around here. And yeah, every summer, when it's their little mating season or whatever, at least that's what Google told me, they be out there just, it's irritating. But let's get into this. Let's see how it happened, why they make this noise. Let's go.
This episode sponsored by Brilliant. I'm sure you've seen them, jumping around all willy-nilly like the whole world was their personal trampoline. If not, you definitely heard them chirping non-stop like that. It's a racket is what it is. Can't turn it off, and God forbid one gets stuck in your house at night. It's like nature's version of a pager going off in a movie theater.
Great analogy. Great analogy right there.
And they're not about to shut up either, because what they've got going on has been working for them for quite a long time. About 350 million... What's that one doing, Jerry? Well, I don't know either, but it looks dirty. We'll change it. About 350 million years ago, the ancestors of the orthopterans, the crickets, grasshoppers, and katydids, started to get a bit jumpy. It turns out having a quick getaway is quite helpful if you want to be not dead. Jerry, what? That one didn't even try. Well, I'm talking about how good they are at getting away. And
he's like, no. Oh, man, why are you going to put the scrub up there who couldn't do his job? You had one job. Escape.
Show that? Anyway. Those early orthopterans didn't skip leg.
What? Why does that look like it's this looks like something that somebody would draw in like a cartoon. What's up with that face? What's going on with that face, and why is it blue? I think that's what's throwing me off. Why is the rest of your body yellow, but the face is blue?
Day at the gym, I'll tell you what. Those back legs in particular got quite thick. You can see it on Rebecca here. Would you turn a bit? There, look at that. And that's because these jumps they do are pretty hardcore. There's a whole technique to it. The basic idea here is that you bend your knee. I mean, it's backwards, but whatever. And then something keeps that knee bent while you build up force that wants to unbend your knee. Now, in the crickets, they're old school. The knee is kept in place by their muscles. But in the grasshoppers, when they split off from the crickets, they added a latch and a spring. The latch means that less force is required to lock the knee in place. And then the spring is a way to store energy as the muscles contract. Then all you do is trip the latch and pop. Now, because of the force that this latch and spring system generates, these jumps can be explosive. You gotta jump! During takeoff, a grasshopper can be...
Now, my thing is, why do they get the good knees? We walk around here with the bad knees and everything. Humans are over here struggling with our knees. Crickets over here got solid knees. I'm jealous.
To 20 G's of acceleration. I mean, it's a bit like strapping a rocket to your ass to go to the grocery store. You're gonna get there, but it might not be pretty. They can do their best, though, aim by facing where they want to go, or by pushing off with one leg slightly before the other. Now, if they slip while they're doing it, it could potentially be an issue. You know, like when you try and kick something real hard and miss.
That is terrible. That one cricket gets made fun of on the internet. Because they got him on film. Oh, man. Embarrassing.
Charlie Brown style. You could break a leg, so locusts, which are a kind of grasshopper, have a region on their forelegs which is designed to buckle and absorb some of that force. Now this buckling can...
And they got fail-safes in their knees. Why can't we get that? Why didn't we develop that in nature? Man, we got shafted. We got the bad knees.
Can be pretty extreme and certainly doesn't look comfortable. But it also comes in handy if you want to use some of that power in a kick. Because those legs aren't just for jumping, and they have a pretty impressive range of motion. So if some creepy giant tries to do some paint by numbers on your back, you can give him the what for. Or if you have to kick the crap out of some bully while everyone watches. Oh dang, no, it's a throwdown. Those legs can also kick the crap. Jerry, is that a mistake? Kick the crap out of what? Oh, just kick the crap. Oh, and that's why you should never give orthopterans a foot massage.
Literally kicking the crap. Oh my god, that is wild.
This here is a bush cricket or katydid. Katydids and crickets don't have that latch and spring. But whatever they lack in explosive power, they make up for in finesse. Look at that, nailed the landing. And if you give them a whole bunch of different heights, they adjust to it so their body's at the right angle on the approach. And it's not just the straight up and downs either. Look at that, that's some Cirque du Soleil right there. During takeoff, katydids and crickets can look downright elegant, like they're in some sort of a diving competition. And let me tell you, if you're thinking about a career in science, you might just end up tickling the bottoms of bush crickets with a brush. Explain that to your parents. Anyway.
It's for science, Mom. Trust me, it's for science. Oh man, the things you go through for science.
You'll notice that after it gets airborne, this one sort of puts its front legs out to the side. Changing their body posture mid-flight allows them to stabilize like this spider cricket here, and that helps control the landing. Anyway, I think you get the idea. They're good at jumping. But this might not have been the only thing that gave early orthopterans a leg up in escaping God damn it, Jerry. Well, yes, I want a different shot. It's ridiculous.
Give me the shot of them actually succeeding. Quit giving me these fails.
Alright, they're good at jumping, and that's not the only thing that gave them a leg up. See, the pun's ruined now. Whatever, leg up in escaping predators. Jerry, is this all there is? I don't think you're getting the... Oh, there it is. You had me worried. Oh, sorry, Nancy. I'm talking to Jerry. You did great. Listen, you don't need 300 million years of evolution to get a leg up. See, that's how you pun. Brilliant helps you become a better thinker and problem solver, with thousands of visual interactive lessons show, and I'm a fan. Where were we? Oh, right. One theory is that the first sounds that orthopterans made were part of a startle response. Some sort of a quick movement where bits rub together, and the sound might cause a predator to hesitate. Another theory is that it was a booty call pretty much from the get-go, but for that to work, they had to evolve ears. Now, you know evolution is a cheap bastard. Never gets something new, just uses whatever crap's lying around. Now, crickets, grasshoppers, and katydids all evolved hearing independently, but they had a lot of the same parts to work with. In crickets and katydids, these receptors in their legs that could sense stretch and vibration were hooked up to these internal air pockets, and then to a thin membrane you can see from the outside. Sound waves in the air cause the membrane to vibrate, and then the sound waves travel to an organ filled with liquid and lined with receptors. The shape and structure of that organ is such that the neurons on one end of it respond best to higher frequencies and the opposite end to lower ones. It's very similar to a sort of unrolled version of what we use to hear, except it's in their f***ing leg. To figure out what direction a sound is coming from, they repurposed some additional tubing. I'm telling you, evolution's a real duct tape job. Sound can enter these tubes through these holes that they have on their sides, and then it travels through the body until it hits the inside surface of those membranes that they have on the legs. So a sound wave will hit both the outside of that membrane through the open air, and also the inside surface, but with a delay because it has to travel through that tube. That delay causes the membrane to vibrate differently, depending on where the sound is coming from. Now when Oh, hello there. Now when grasshoppers evolved ears, they had a lot of the same raw material, but evidently they lost the blueprint. Ended up with ears on their abdomen. You know, can really hear that bean burrito working its way through. Now, the main thing all these ears are listening for, especially the females, are mating calls. And those evolved independently as well. Orthopterans are essentially nature's vibrator. Jerry, is that true? People use them to... Oh, you just mean they vibrate. Okay. If they want to make a sound, they just rub one out. Now that's on purpose. It's not? Well, that's even more worrisome. It's called strangulation. The basic idea is you have a row of bumps, like these right here on a cricket's wing. And then you have something that runs over those bumps like you might a fingernail over the ridge of a comb. On crickets and katydids, this row of bumps, or file as they call it, is on one wing, and the fingernail thing, or scraper, is on the other wing. On grasshoppers, always got to do things different, the file is a row of pegs on the inside of the femur, basically a ribbed inner thigh that they rub against the hardened veins of their forewings. Now the nubbins on these files...
That sounded so terrible in quite a few ways.
Files come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. The frequency of the sound that's made is related to how fast you flick those bumps. So a 5 kilohertz tone would correspond to a rate of about 5,000 flicks per second. And to sustain something like that, you gotta vibrate back and forth. In some crickets, the spacing on the file varies along its length, so it can alternate between low frequency and high frequency sounds. So between the shape and spacing of the files, the scraper, and the way they move, they can create some pretty complex sounds. Some of which are highly f***ing annoying.
Why did that one sound like it was like fast forwarding or rewinding something?
Like sounds.
Yeah, it sounded like a rewind.
Which are highly f***ing annoying. To make those calls even louder, parts of the wing act as resonators that are designed to
That one just sounded like static, like just distortion.
amplify certain frequencies, especially the ones that the ladies are into. When those resonators vibrate, they create pressure waves or sound in the air on both sides of the wing. But those pressure waves are opposite to each other. When you're pushing air on one side, you're pulling air on the other. So if those waves meet, they cancel each other out. Now, normally that's not a problem, but if you're really small compared to the wavelength of the sound you're making, you start getting those cancellations around the edges of your wings. So what this little man does to be heard is to chew a hole through a leaf and stick his top half through it. The leaf acts as a baffle, blocking the waves in the back from interfering with the waves in the front. Now it appears that quite a few crickets simply use the ground for amplification. Sound
Hey, when there's a will, there's a way. He's like, I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna get my chirp on.
waves are reflected off the ground and back outward. Some of the fancy ones go further and dig burrows that act as resonators, sort of like that hole in the body of an acoustic guitar, hippies. But the mole cricket went above and, well, below and beyond. They dig these burrows where the openings are shaped like the bell of a horn. Sometimes one, sometimes two. Behind that, there's a roundish hollow they call a bulb. Here you can see some wax casts of the burrows. It doesn't look like much, but these shapes resonate with and amplify the specific frequencies of the male mole cricket's call. They know this because the science hippies have done scans on them to model their acoustics. Although, this does look like the backstory for how a turd became a supervillain. Anyway, it's this sort of creativity that resulted in orthopteran mating calls being the soundtrack to, well, everything. And here's the kicker, it could be a lot louder. Around 70% of katydids have mating calls at frequencies too high for us to hear, thank God. And you know who gets some of the credit for that? The bats. When they showed up about 50 million years ago, the katydids were like, oh, shit. I mean, they can fly and they hunt by listening. I mean, you can't get worse than that for an insect that's out there blabbing all day. So over time, many katydids' hearing sensitivity and their mating calls shifted up towards the frequencies that bats use to echolocate, so they can hear the bat first before the echo bounces back. I mean, not that one, obviously. And if it's not the bats, it's these f***ers. These flies are tiny, but they evolved a unique hearing structure in their chest. Why not? It's very good at localizing sound, and the females use it to hone in on the cricket's chirp. And when they get there, they deposit some bibbies on the cricket. Then those bibbies burrow into the cricket and eat it from the inside out. It's bad enough that some crickets just threw in the towel. In Hawaii, where these flies are everywhere, some of the ocean field crickets have lost most of those little bumps that they use to make sound. Flies can't find them, but they can't make mating calls. So you know what they do? They get close to males who do sing and try to intercept the female. Oh, hey, are you Dave? Like the one that keeps saying f*** me over and over? I mean, I know they all say that, but it's the way that you said f*** me. You know, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. No, honestly, I can't do it right. But anyway, you don't really look like your profile picture. Whatever.
Wow. This show is always great. Oh man, True Facts is always great. So yeah, tidbits about crickets. Tell you man, I'm over here dealing with crickets just outside, just at night, just chirping away, just can't wait till this is over. But it's usually just during the summer, so once summer ends, it quiets down again. But yeah, that was a good one. Always funny. All right, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. Let me just like to see me react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you really feel like supporting this platform, consider joining our Patreon. All right. So, till next time, take care of yourselves. And I'm out of here. Okay. So I'm going for like an hour and a half now. I don't know if there's anything else that I want to do at this moment. Are there any requests out there? Let's get these requests in. How are y'all throwing requests at me left and right during the test streams? Now our official stream is like crickets. Crickets, just like that episode. It's all good, though. We may have to end it early if it's dead. Or I might game. I'm thinking about it. Oh man, it's good stuff. Okay, I'll fix that later. I don't know what happened there. Okay, is there anything else I want to see here? Oh, Undead Humor posted a new one. Ant-Man's powers are stupid. What do y'all think? Should we check that one out? Alright, I guess we're gonna check that one out.
So you're saying World War...
These are funny because he throws a lot of good jokes in, but the fact that he's breaking it down with like science and stuff, that's what really gets me. That's what I really like. All right, hang on. Let me fix this. My chat bar and my thing went down. Let me see here. There we go. All right. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the spot where we kick back and react to all kinds of different things. All right, so what we got going on today? We're about to check out something hilarious. All right, so this is what's the name of this channel? Undead Humor. They be making fun of superhero feats and how ridiculous they are. So this one is Ant-Man's powers are stupid. So I know this is going to be hilarious. Let's check this out. Let's go.
So you're saying World War II was more dangerous than an alien invasion?
Yeah, you guys have it easy here. Low-key Ultron? We had Trenchfoot.
But alien technology is far more advanced than anything from the 40s.
Yeah, and when was the last time someone died to a laser blast? Worst thing it does is knock you out. Try saying the same thing to a 9mm from a Luger PO8.
You sure know a lot about German pistols.
I have a complicated history with Hydra. Cool story, Rogers, but everyone knows going quantum makes the Germans look like the French. J'adore!
How did you escape the quantum world?
I'll tell you how. Through bullshit!
Wow, Stark, you...
Through bullshit. That's classic comics right there. Absolute bullshit.
Kiss your mother with that mouth? Probably not, because she's dead. Zing!
Hank, you should have disappeared in the quantum world. You should have literally stopped existing.
Could someone explain why? I'm too attracted to know about this stuff.
Certainly, Nats, but let's just say at the offset that it's all nonsense. No one actually understands quantum physics. We just saw the math works, then make shit up. If anyone tells you otherwise, they're a filthy goddamn liar. Especially on the internet.
Especially on the internet. That is very true. Understand that quantum physics is something we're still trying to figure out. When people say that they know, or like, oh, we figured out quantum physics, no, we have not. No, we have not. I'll bring that back because we need that statement a second time.
Your mother with that mouth? Probably not, because she's dead. Zing!
Hank, you should have disappeared in the quantum world. You should have literally stopped existing.
Could someone explain why? I'm too attracted to know about this stuff.
Certainly, Nats, but let's just say at the offset that it's all nonsense. No one actually understands quantum physics. We just saw the math works, then make shit up. If anyone tells you otherwise, they're a filthy goddamn liar, especially on the internet.
You're not gonna talk about my regular shrinking, just going straight for the quantum? Stark, you slut.
Nah, lots of people can shrink. We'll save that talk for Wasp.
I'll be dead in the ground if Wasp gets one of these videos before me.
What does
He's like, you better not shaft me.
quantum even mean? It just feels like a buzzword at this point.
Great starting point, Nat. In the world, some things are quantized, meaning they come in discrete units. Take money, for example. It's quantized to 1 cent. You can't have a coin worth less than that. Well, the same is true for certain physical properties like energy and charge. Turns out these things are also quantized, and that's essential to how nature behaves at very small scales.
Are you on booze, Stark? Energy doesn't come in steps, it's continuous. A cheetah, a jet, cracking a beer open off Bucky's perfect abs. The energy for all these things is completely different.
It's a weird concept, I know. In fact, the guy who discovered this didn't even believe it at first.
Who discovered it? I bet it was Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom isn't even a real doctor.
Really?
He was expelled for talking to the dead and for being ugly. He do be hideous.
The guy that discovered energy quantized was Max.
He do be hideous. And the photo they use, oh, that's so wrong.
Planck, and the value of each quantum of energy is named after it. A wave's energy comes in discrete packets equal to Planck's constant times its frequency. Planck's constant is equal to 6.626 times 10 to the minus 34 joule seconds. So yeah, each quantum of energy is incredibly small. That's why we don't notice it in our everyday world.
Interesting, but how does this explain why the quantum world's so dangerous?
Well, before we even get that small, let's think about what the world would be like at the atomic scale. Okay, thought about it. You'd be dead.
Everything's always so dramatic with him. Well, that's funny, because I feel pretty alive, Stark.
Oh yeah? And how did you deal with all the photons firing left and right? It would have been like the middle of a battlefield.
Photon? What's that, a new type of German pistol?
Do you have PTSD?
PTSD's nuts!
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this stupid joke again.
A photon is a particle of light. Atoms are constantly absorbing and emitting them. Each photon has energy equal to Planck's constant times frequency. That formula we saw earlier. The energy's small, but at the atomic scale, so are you. It'd feel like a bullet.
Why do atoms fire them so much? Are they getting a little excited?
Oh, Nat, you tease.
Actually, excited is the correct word for it, but it's not the atom. It's the electrons. Atoms have a bunch of electrons, right? And they can only be at certain levels of energy since energy's quantized, you know? So when an electron goes from a high energy to a lower energy, what happens to the energy difference? Well, it gets emitted as a photon. And if an atom absorbs photons, then its electrons get excited and jump into higher energy levels.
Stark, you little whiskey goblin. You haven't told them that photons are massless. That's why they didn't kill me. I couldn't even feel it. Kind of like your ex-wife's love for you. Hey, Ant-Man, I have crippling depression.
Yeah, that's true. Photons have
crippling depression. I was not expecting that.
But they still have momentum.
Okay, well, I know enough about physics to know that makes no sense. To have momentum, you need to weigh something.
Wasp didn't know that. Does that mean she's more attractive than you?
No, Rogers, that means she's an idiot.
You're only half right, Nat, and that's the half calling Wasp an idiot.
I sure hope she doesn't show up at the end of the video.
But photons do have momentum, and it's equal to Planck's constant divided by wavelength. This is actually more of a consequence of special relativity than quantum weirdness. Photons are particles of light, and so they move at the speed of light, which is when special relativity kicks in. For visible light, a photon's wavelength is around 500 nanometers, making its momentum approximately 1.33 times 10 to the minus 27 kilogram meters per second.
That's still an absurdly small number, Stark.
Not getting it yet? Fine. Let's talk about pressure. At this scale, Ant-Man's cross-sectional area is tiny. Pressure is the force per unit area, so if that area is small, then the pressure is going to be enormous. If Ant-Man shrinks to the size of a hydrogen atom, then his radius would be 5 times 10 to the minus 11 meters. We can model him as a sphere, meaning his surface area will be 4 pi r squared, which comes out at 3.14 times 10 to the minus 20 meters squared. Now let's assume a photon hits Ant-Man and transfers its momentum in a femtosecond, which is 10 to the minus 15 seconds. Pretty common in the atomic world. And the force Ant-Man experiences is equal to the momentum divided by time, which is 10 to the minus 12 newtons. And the pressure is equal to the force divided by area, which is 10 to the 7 newtons per square meter. That's 100 times atmospheric pressure. Now imagine a whole stream of photons. Do you see why he should be dead?
Wow, Stark, you sure?
You should be absolutely crushed. Yo, what's up? Welcome. Enjoy. If you guys have a reaction you want me to do, put it in the chat. We'll check it out.
Do yap a lot.
You're a scientist, Hank. You should already know this. What the hell is wrong with you?
How about the fact that my daughter doesn't love me?
You know what? Forget I asked. The point is, you would literally be getting punched by light. It would be ripping away your electrons. You'd become unstable. You'd be falling apart molecule by molecule.
Well, maybe he's just good at running away from things.
No wonder his marriage failed.
We sure are unpacking.
Just roasted him. Oh, man.
A lot of emotional trauma today. I mean, sure, it's unlikely for him to dodge the photon bullets, but it's not impossible, right?
Actually, it is impossible due to electronegativity.
What's electronegativity?
A sad version of electropositivity.
Was that a joke?
It's when atoms trap you. Some atoms are thirsty for electrons. They're constantly trying to attract them. That's what most chemical reactions are, just a transfer of electrons between atoms. And one of the scariest of them all is oxygen. It's highly electronegative. Craves electrons. We'll do whatever it takes to get them. We'll localize you in a potential well just for a taste.
Without consent?
Oxygen doesn't ask for consent.
Dear God.
Oxygen.
Oh, the dear God at the end sold that joke great. Oh. And you know what? I can see people out there being like the weirdos, the weird ones being like, oxygen violates my rights. It doesn't ask me permission. I can imagine some dumbass out there being like that. Oh.
For a taste.
Without consent?
Oxygen doesn't ask for consent.
Dear God.
Oxygen is one of the most electronegative atoms there is. It's small, meaning it has a high nuclear charge. Its nucleus really wants to pull electrons towards it. Ant-Man's tasty little body is full of them.
My eyes are up here, Stark. How does it pull them?
With tentacles.
Anime is real.
Just kidding. It's a...
Oh, man. Oh, too many punchlines, too many jokes, too many zingers. Oh.
Electrical force, electrons negatively charged, nucleus positively charged. But once it hits you, you're gonna be stuck there until you get enough energy to break free. Gotta pray that a photon hits you so that your kinetic energy can overcome oxygen's potential energy. Assuming, of course, the photon doesn't break your neck.
Well, you had me convinced. Ant-Man should be deader than the MCU after Endgame. That was low-hanging fruit, Rogers. Okay, well, how about this? Ant-Man should be deader than his chances of his daughter forgiving him when she's older. Love it!
So are we in the quantum world now?
We are. And you're probably wondering about wave-particle duality, right?
Actually, I was wondering if Rogers had a homoerotic relationship with Bucky in the 1940s.
Nat, we all know the answer to that. But yes, light. It behaves as both a wave and a particle, and it's not just light, but electrons and protons too. In fact, every moving particle has an associated wavelength equal to Planck's constant over momentum, also known as the de Broglie wavelength.
There's that damn H again.
Yep, it shows up everywhere in quantum mechanics, and it's a good thing it's so small. If we calculate the wavelength for a 1,000 kilogram car moving at 20 meters per second, we get a wavelength of 10 to the minus 38 meters. So absurdly small that it's effectively zero. That's why objects in the everyday world don't behave as waves. But what about an electron moving at 1% the speed of light? Well, using the same formula, we get a wavelength of 10 to the minus 10 meters, which is much bigger. That's around the scale of atoms, so the math checks out.
What about Ant-Man when he shrinks? He keeps the same mass, so how would that affect things?
Glad you asked, Nat. You're quickly becoming my favorite Avenger.
I must kill Black Widow.
Assuming Ant-Man weighs 80 kilograms and jogs at 1 meter per second, his wavelength comes out at 10 to the minus 36 meters, which is so small it breaks physics.
Stark, you absolute bastard of a man. The car had a smaller wavelength than that.
Yeah, but physics doesn't care because we're not attempting to treat it quantum mechanically. You, on the other hand, are a quantum particle, and you're even smaller than the Planck length.
This Planck guy again, really?
Yeah, he was kind of a big deal. German physicists tend to do that. But what is the Planck length, I hear you ask?
Stark, that's just the echo inside your helmet.
Well, the Planck length is this. The square root of h bar times g over c cubed. It works out at around 10 to the minus 35 meters, which is bigger than Ant-Man's wavelength, which is a massive problem because the Planck length shouldn't be bigger than anything.
Why not?
It's the smallest meaningful length in physics. Below it, space-time breaks down. No coordinate system is well defined there. Nothing can measure it. It's smaller than space itself can represent. He should cease to exist, just disappear. His wave function should lose meaning.
Wave function?
Okay, you've done well to make it this far, but we're gonna get into some wild territory here. I'm about to show you something deeply unsettling, traumatizing even. If you're squeamish, then please, look away.
Rogers, what should we do?
Are you also feeling a spark between us? Because, listen, about that whole Bucky thing.
It's the Schrodinger equation.
The Bucky joke. I swear.
I thought the Germans lost. I thought the Germans lost. It looks like my ex-wife.
Oh, wait a minute. Wrong one. Here's the time-independent Schrodinger equation.
That's still horrifying.
Stark, what the hell is wrong with you? Are you still mad I beat you in Civil War?
Totally kicked your ass, low diff, but no, this is a very important equation. It's basically the rule book for how things behave in the quantum world. It tells us how a particle's wave function evolves, and it's a balance between two things, kinetic energy and potential energy. If the wave function sharply bends, then it has a lot of kinetic energy. And if it's affected by gravity, an electrical field, or stuck in a potential well, then that's what the potential energy tells us. It basically describes the particle's environment. So really, all the equation is saying is that a particle's total energy is equal to its kinetic energy plus its potential energy.
I guess that's not so bad.
But there's a massive problem!
When it mentions
The jump scare. Oh, that was funny.
The kinetic energy term in the equation is divided by m, the mass of the particle. In Ant-Man's case, m is massive, so he will have very little kinetic energy compared to much lighter particles, like electrons and protons. This means he becomes tightly localized, super easy to trap in potential wells like the oxygen atom we talked about earlier.
And super easy to trap in loveless marriage. Gosh, how many times are we gonna fucking repeat this same joke? Huh? How many, guys?
That's why he should have never been able to escape the quantum world. Well, unless he used quantum tunneling.
Do you still need us to prompt you for your next explanation, or are
In
you...
quantum mechanics, particles aren't in a specific place until you measure them. Before you measure them, Ant-Man is described by a wave function, the Schrödinger equation. This only tells us the probability of where he might be. The moment we try to look at him, his wave function collapses.
Don't say it. Say what? You were gonna say collapsed? Like Ant-Man's marriage or some shit? What? No. It's not easy being nice all the goddamn time, alright?
This is known as the measurement problem in quantum mechanics. You try to measure something and it changes. It's profound and really annoying. The transition from quantum superposition to definite reality. This is why Schrödinger's cat is both dead and alive.
I thought it was dead or alive.
Common misconception. It's actually both until you look in the box. Told you quantum mechanics was weird, right? But even after the wave function collapses, there's another problem. There are limits to what we can know about the particle. The more precisely we know where Ant-Man is, the less we know about how fast or which direction he was going in.
He probably went to get milk, am I right? Rogers, I'm going to crawl up your anus and enlarge myself.
Oh.
The limits to which we...
Oh, man. The crawling up the anus thing. I still remember when that was going around the internet.
You know, both position and momentum are defined in Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Delta X is the uncertainty in position, and delta P is the uncertainty in momentum. Our old friend Planck is back. Delta X times delta P is always greater than or equal to h bar over 2. You guys see how crazy this is? Like, imagine trying to cross a road, and if you see a car, then you can't know how fast it's going. Or if you know how fast it's going, you don't know in which direction. Imagine how dangerous the quantum world is because of this. Electrons zooming by, who knows where, at fractions of the speed of light.
Okay, but how does this help Ant-Man? You said his mass is so big that he has no kinetic energy and falls into wells or whatever. That his only hope of escape is the energy from a photon, but the momentum might kill him. And now because of Heisenberg, he doesn't even know where he's going? He's more doomed than Avengers Doomsday guest starring Dr. Doom.
He can't fight his way out of a potential well, but he can tunnel out of it. In the everyday world, if you run out of energy, you can't do anything. Imagine climbing a steep hill and getting tired. You just gotta stop and rest. But in the quantum world, you can do things you're not meant to be able to do. If you don't have the energy to break through a barrier, you can still do it.
I'm sick of your lies, Stark. All you do is lie.
It's not lies, it's tunneling. Here's the last equation I'm going to show you. The probability of tunneling through a barrier. T is
the last equation, like, okay, this is it, finally.
Transmission probability, it ranges from 0 to 1. K is the decay rate of the wave function in the barrier. The bigger it is, the less likely you are to tunnel. If the barrier is very wide or tall, then it's harder to tunnel through it. If the particle is heavy, it's also more difficult, but the more energy the particle has, the easier it gets.
I wish I could tunnel my way into my daughter's heart.
That was beautiful, Hank.
I guess love was the real quantum mechanics all along.
No, quantum mechanics is the real quantum mechanics. You're an idiot. Anyway, let's do an example. Nat, how much do you weigh?
Excuse me?
60 kilograms, great.
Who ate all the shawarma, Nat?
Hulk!
Oh yeah, fair point.
Nat is going to walk through a 1-meter wall with a potential energy of 1 electron volt. Her transmission probability is approximately e raised to the negative power of 10 to the 25. This is an exponentially small number, basically 0, so she doesn't get through the wall. But how about we do the same thing for an electron? Well, in that case, the transmission probability is around 10 to the minus 50. Small for sure, but definitely not 0. In fact, trillions of electrons try to tunnel all the time, so it happens constantly.
That's really cool, Stark, but what about Ant-Man?
I hear you, Nat. Ant-Man weighs 80 kilograms, so if we do the same calculation for him, and it's 0.
What?
Yeah, his mass is way too high. It's approximately 0.
But I thought the whole point of this was to show he could escape.
Nah, I just wanted to yap about quantum mechanics for 10 minutes straight. Can't believe I got away with that.
But what about pin particles? Won't they help?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you're meant to be smart.
Smart people don't understand quantum mechanics, and neither do stupid people. It's only the people in between, you know?
What a depressing way to end our conversation.
I am lost for the lost, but I prefer lost.
Shut up, Janet!
Now smart people don't get it. Oh, man. It's really just the fact that we haven't fully figured out quantum mechanics yet. But still, great video. Great video. Oh. With all that we know, there's still so much that we don't know. It's still a thing that's on the frontier. But otherwise, loved it. Great explanations all around in that video. Great jokes. It was very entertaining. But, alright, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. And let me know what you'd like to see me react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you really want to support the platform, consider joining our Patreon. Alright, so, till next time, take care of yourselves. And I'm out of here. Alright, guys. So, I was planning for this to be a minimum of a 2-hour stream. We're 10 minutes to get to that mark. So, I'm chilling. This has been a fun day, enjoyable day. If there's any requests, lost connection to... Oh, wait, hang on. We ran into an issue here. Don't tell me we ran into an issue. Now the stream health is good still. Let me see. Still pick up. Just making sure the chat box is still working. And I guess it's not. Okay, I'll have to fix that later. Oh, whatever. But let's see here. Yeah, it was pretty quiet today. Quiet. All right. Well, no requests came in today. That's all good. We got some fun reactions in. Let me see. I don't think there's anything else that I really want to do at this time. Nothing that really stuck out to me. All right, guys. Well, I still see my chats individually, so if someone did want to put something out, I would see it, even if my main chat box isn't working. I'm still trying to reconnect. That sucks. But I'll fix that later. All right, so tomorrow we'll get another Harry Mack in. We'll get a little bit of some of everybody in that I normally react to. And then if you guys have any reaction requests, we'll get into some of that too. All right, guys. So tonight, debating on how the night goes, I might get some night streaming in on my game channel. On the game channel specifically, RYUDO Games. So definitely subscribe to that channel. And if you're on Kick or Twitch, you'll just see me pop back up on here. And so tonight, maybe, but tomorrow, definitely getting more reactions in and reaction requests if y'all bring them. All right, so you have been logged out of Kick. Oh, great. I'm getting kicked out of stuff. What the heck? Okay, yeah, it's a good time to go ahead and end the stream. So I don't know what's going on in here, but I'm gonna fix this stuff. But all right, y'all, that's it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care.